So in true comic news fashion throughout the universe, right? We're recording this comic news. Is it the 10th today?
It is the 10th.
On the 10th. And you might be aware that on the 11th, a couple things are happening. The Game Awards are tomorrow. And also, we're going to get our first Supergirl trailer tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So in light of that, I thought for our cold open here tonight, I would go through a couple of rumored predictions for the Game Awards. And then we can talk about how likely those are.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so I'm gonna just start with
Expedition 33 next.
No. I'm not talking about winners. I'm talking about
okay.
Expedition 33 is gonna run away with everything. I'm talking about announcements.
Okay.
I'm talking about announcements. Yeah. So I'm just gonna start with the this one won't die, the ultimate granddaddy of them all, Half-Life 3.
Okay, so Half-Life 3. How long have people been holding out hope for that now?
Since 2005 when the Half-Life 2 came out. 20 years.
20 years, yeah. Okay.
20 years.
All right. Sure, guys. Yeah.
Yep.
I believe you, Grandpa. Let's get you back to bed.
I would love it. I would really love it. I mean, I'd be all over that shit, but like, it's just not one of those things that's on my radar, man. For one, like, I really liked Half-Life Alyx. Like, I thought not having melee combat in the game, especially since it's such a big part of Half-Life, I thought that was a huge miss. I think that game, if you were able to use, like, pick up a thing and hit a motherfucker with it in VR, because, like, that would be really satisfying.
Yeah.
I think if you were able to do that, I might have to classify that game as, like, a potential 10.
Ooh.
But it's more of, like, in the 8.5 to 9 category because it's missing. You feel it a lot.
Oh.
That you really feel that's missing. Especially, like, if you run out of bullets and there's a zombie there and you just fucked. Like, there's nothing you can do. But you're like, there's shit right here. I could just...
I can hit the zombie with it.
Yeah, Gordon Freeman has a crowbar. Right? He hits motherfuckers. So, like...
So, when did that one come out?
A couple years ago. I think maybe 4 years ago, if I'm not mistaken.
So, my thing about Half-Life, first of all, is this. I haven't played any of them, okay? So, keep that in mind and take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. But I guess I don't see... how there could be as much value in Half-Life 3 outside of the name value, simply because Half-Life 2 was just, it was goated so much for how it innovated so much of how video games played in terms of its physics, in terms of like just the gameplay mechanics. It did a lot of really good things for gaming. Unless they can do that again in 2025, I don't see how it can be as revolutionary as the second one.
Yeah, I think what a lot of people miss about Half-Life is like it is that, right? Like the first game did that. A lot of people don't know that if you weren't around, right? If you're not a little long in the tooth like ourselves. But I can remember in 96, I think, when that one came out, it's like all of your first-person shooters, it was like Doom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You ran around. Oh, there's an enemy, and you shoot them, and that's really it. And I do remember. I don't know if the original Call of Duty came out before this or not, and it was really like cinematic with everything. But I think the original Call of Duty was after. I actually think it was significantly after. Now that I think about it, but when the first Half-Life came out, you would load into an area, and you would you would walk down a hall, and an NPC would come up and talk to you. And then, like, you would step into a room and, like, a thing would happen. There were story-driven events. And that just wasn't a first-person shooter thing, that was really the game that started to go, okay, well, story isn't just for RPGs or text-based games, We can incorporate a good story into any kind of game. And so Half-Life has always been about that, right? And then with Half-Life 2... physics, the physics revolution, it was the game that definitely kicked that off. And now it's just, it changed the way video games are played. Half-Life Alyx, same thing. While it didn't have the same depth, because it's very exclusive to VR, it definitely showed what was possible for VR, because a lot of VR games, a lot of them considered shovelware, Yeah. There's definitely some good ones out there, like the Vader Immortal stuff is real good.
Oh, yeah.
But a lot of them are kind of gimmicky, or they're shovelware or whatever. Think, like the original Wii, right? There was a ton of games like that on the original Wii, where it's just the fucking waggle controls or whatever. Um, and so Half-Life Alyx was like, no. We can make a fucking really great video game on a VR headset. It's just another medium where we can make a dope-ass video game for. And I think it is still, to this day, probably the killer app for VR if you like those kind of games. You know. So, yeah, I agree with you. They would have to do it again.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not saying Valve can't do it. I'd be foolish to say that shit. But I don't know if the investment is worth it for them. Like, they're getting 30% of, like, every PC game that gets sold, period. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, I just don't know if it's worth it for them to invest hundreds of millions of dollars in making this breathtaking, crazy game. And even if they were to do that, computer hardware is so expensive right now and has been for a bit. I don't know if you made this crazy cutting edge game, I don't know how many people would be able to truly enjoy it. You know? So yeah, I don't know. So moving right along, we'll go with another behemoth.
Okay.
And this one is a lot more likely, I feel like. Larian Divinity.
I would absolutely love that. You know how much I've played the Divinity games.
Yep.
The thing of it is, though, I'm pretty sure that Larian said their next game won't be Baldur's Gate, but it won't be Divinity either. It'd be a new IP, right?
Actually, what they said was Original Sin 3 won't be their next game.
Okay.
I think... So if you look at the Divinity series up until now, you had Divine Divinity, you had Beyond Divinity. There was another one I'm forgetting, but you also had Divinity Original... Oh, there was Divinity 2, Divinity Original Sin, and Divinity Original Sin 2.
Yeah.
I think they're going to announce just Divinity. I think this game that they're going to make, I think this is the game they have always wanted to make. And they're just going to do it. And I think it's going to be like, essentially, those other games are all like stories in the Divinity universe. But I think this is going to be the main series.
Interesting. What do you think that looks like?
I have no idea. I think it'll be really dark because Divinity just is pretty dark.
So the only Divinity games I've played are the Original Sins.
They're all dark.
There's a lot of humor, though. It's dark humor.
Yeah.
But you're right. They are dark, but I'd be goddamn if they don't intentionally put a lot of fucking humor in those.
Well, it's not that the narrative or whatever is dark. It's the world is dark. You know, it's a grimdark setting.
Yeah.
Not a place you really want to visit. You know.
There was an interesting kind of debate or squabble online. I think this was maybe a few months ago. I saw it on a post. And it was people debating about which game they felt truly had the better mechanics. Was it BG3 or was it Divinity or Divinity 2? Or Divinity/Divinity 2, Original Sin.
Right.
And that's, I had to think about it more than I thought I would, because on the surface level, I'd be like, oh, it's probably BG3. But then, I thought about it, and it is tough because as amazing as BG3 is, it's not pitch and held by anything, but it is very much devoted to being almost a D&D simulator of sorts.
Yeah.
And whereas the Divinity series don't have that same boundary.
Yeah, I think if we're going to talk purely combat mechanics, I think there are small things in Divinity that I like more. Like I like the magic armor, physical armor system. I definitely love like the pickpocket system and stuff like that.
I think I like the AP system.
Yes, I really like the AP system. But if I'm going to go overall, I'm going with Baldur's Gate, just like the whole package. Yeah. Especially the in the state that Baldur's Gate is in now, with all the love that it's gotten and all those extra subclasses they added.
Which, by the way, if BG3 is your first Larian game, then I would highly recommend you play Divinity, at least Divinity 2.
Yeah.
If you haven't.
I think for some people, though, I think that jump is hard because there is a huge tech gap between those two. Like, to go from Divinity Original Sin 1 and 2, those are Kickstarter games. You know what I mean? Like, those are crowdfunded video games. Not to say that their quality is not top tier, because it is. But, like, the production value jump from Divinity Original Sin 2 to Baldur's Gate 3 is absolutely absurd.
Yeah, there is a pretty big tech gap, but I think that the thing that would put people off is that they just don't play the same.
Yeah. They don't play the same. Also, Divinity becomes a damn inventory management simulator.
It does.
Real hard.
That part right there, BG3 is hands down better.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, out of my 1,000, I'm being literal here, out of my 1,000 hours playing Divinity Original Sin 1 and 2, I did probably 990 of those with the homie Kevin. And he and I would always be like, all right, dog, who's going to be like the pack mule with this playthrough? And like, it's just, it's a pain in the ass. And it's something that you have to even think about when you're making your characters, you know?
Yeah.
Who's going to be the pickpocket? Who's going to carry all the shit? Who's going to... So, I mean, that is a thing you have to think about when you play the Divinity games, you know?
Yeah, and every time you level up, it's like, oh fuck, we gotta go back to town. We gotta buy all the new shit. We gotta distribute it to all the characters.
Yep.
We gotta take all the stuff off of those characters and put it back on the pack mule. Then they gotta go talk to the merchant. Yeah,
every time
nightmare. They gotta fix that shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I will say, if I don't care what Larian announces tomorrow, it like the worst thing it could be is nothing. Right?
Yeah.
No announcement. They could announce Barbie's Furry Adventure, and I would pre-order that shit on day one. I don't care. I have so much faith in Larian, more than any other developer in the world. Like, whatever they come out with, I don't care. I'll buy it. But I hope that it is. I hope the rumors are true and that it is, in fact, Divinity.
Yeah, that would be. I mean, obviously, I'm with you. Whatever Larian puts out, I'm gonna get.
Yeah.
But if it's Divinity, then yeah, I'm super hyped until it comes out, and then I'm super ultra mega hyped. I have one.
Okay.
Actually, and this one I don't think is as likely as the two that you just presented, but I do think that there is a chance. And this isn't one that I'm technically super hopeful for, just one that I think could be announced. Insomniac Venom.
Ooh.
I think there is a strong chance that they go ahead and announce that.
I think we're going to get a Wolverine trailer tomorrow for sure. And
Yeah.
probably a release date.
Yeah, they'll probably give us like an official hard release date for Wolverine. And I think that we might also get something for Venom. They, so here's how.
Do you think that instead of Spider-Man 3?
I think that would be before Spider-Man 3. I think that originally, I believe they had Carnage DLC spoilers for Spider-Man 2, if you guys haven't played it. This is for God of War, so if you don't care about this, and I cared about God of War. You know, as much as I do have like a bunch of nitpicks with Spider-Man 2, overall it was fun for what it was, and like I like what they were trying to do with it overall. But one of the things they did the best about that game was their introduction of Cletus Cassidy, who was Carnage. The way that they introduced his character, even someone like me who reads a shit ton of comics didn't recognize that guy was Carnage until you get to that point in the story, and then holy shit, yeah, that guy, he's gonna be somebody. And apparently Insomniac had plans to do a DLC that's focused on Carnage, and they've always had plans to continue on with Venom. And they decided to scrap that. So if you guys have noticed, there is technically no actual DLC for Insomniac Spider-Man 2. I think that they are rolling that all into the Venom game. The Venom game has been rumored and been allegedly worked on damn near since the Wolverine game. It's been a long time. And I think they're really going to try to... I think they're going to put out the Wolverine game in 2026. And I think for Venom, they're going to aim for 2027.
Wow.
Yep.
That would be something.
And then Spider-Man 3, who knows when, because I think they feel that Spider-Man 3 will be it, maybe for their Spider-Verse corner of their games.
Right.
So that'll be good for them.
The sky's the limit, man.
Yeah.
You know, so they can do a lot. Um, so these are kind of two rumors set into one, or it's actually two regular Zord rumors, and they might combine into a Mega Megazord.
Oh shit! Another Megazord.
So it is rumored heavily, and I actually think this is confirmed that we're gonna get a Star Wars game announcement at the VGAs tomorrow. It's also confirmed. I know this 100%. Creative Assembly has confirmed. So they had their big, I think, 20th year anniversary for Total War a few weeks ago, and they confirmed that Medieval Total War 3 is in the works. If you're a fan of those games, like myself, like that's all I have wanted for damn near 20 years. So like when they said Medieval 3, I was like, fuck yes, let's fucking go. I don't care. But they said we will have another Total War game to announce at the VGAs. The rumors are that they are in fact the same game, and we're gonna get Star Wars Total War. What do you think about that? Do you want them to be different games?
I'm fine with them being the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think they have any problem with this, but I would need them to make sure that it doesn't just feel like Total War with the Star Wars skin. Really make it feel and based in that.
If it's anything like what they did with Warhammer, Warhammer never felt like that. So
yeah, okay. I mean that'd be great then, because honestly, when you said that, you just said the Nebulous they're working on a Star Wars game, I think was like your initial sentence, and I was like, oh, okay, another one.
So I think Lucasfilm said there will be a Star Wars game announcement. So.
Yeah, and you know, I just think about like the past Star Wars games we've gotten within like maybe the past 2 years. We've gotten, what is it? Not Scoundrel. What's the name of that game made by Ubisoft?
Oh yeah,
Outlaw. Yeah, Star Wars Outlaw, I think is what it's called.
That doesn't sound right, but but yeah, I never played that lame ass shit. Outlaws.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, supposed to be like a Han Solo simulator.
Yeah. And then you know you had the one with Kyle Kestis.
Yeah. So my worry, honestly, well, and I say worry lightly, right? So I think it's entirely possible these are two separate announcements, and that the Star Wars game is just Jedi 3. It's just going to be the last game in the Cal Kestis trilogy, and that the Total War game is going to be Warhammer 40K. And if that's the case, I'm really going to love 40K Total War. Henry Cavill will be happy as fuck. I'll be happy as fuck. That's what ever since they announced the first Warhammer game, and they did a whole trilogy of those, I was like, okay, cool. Can we... I like this, but can we get to 40K?
Yeah.
Because I'm not like one of these people that's like, fuck the other setting. I love this one. I used to like both settings, but I prefer 40K, and I think for Total War, it'll be incredible. But, yeah, man, I would love it if it was the same announcement. I don't care for the Jedi Outcast, Jedi Survivor, whatever games.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, yeah, as far as video games go, Star Wars is in a weird kind of funk. They are in a similar funk, not the same, but a similar funk to how they were with their movies, where people are no longer as excited about Star Wars as they were, as they should have been.
I mean, the sequel trilogy really, The Last Jedi specifically, but 8 and 9 were terrible, and then 7 is retroactively terrible because how bad 8 and 9 are.
Yeah.
They really almost killed their fandom. They really almost killed the original fandom.
Mm-hmm. And at this point, we're 7 years removed almost.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it's still being felt. Not to veer us off from games, but, I mean, the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, that's next year, right?
Yeah, that's coming next year.
And that's going to be interesting. I don't know. I don't really know what they're expecting to do with that movie in terms of like turnout, because like it's that's tricky for me in terms of like what kind of turnout they could expect from that.
My prediction for Mandalorian Grogu. So like the first trailer looks pretty good, but it just looks like a 2-hour episode of the TV show.
Yeah, which is an interesting statement because the TV show looks great.
Yeah.
But, you know.
That's the downside of using the volume and having all that tech that they have and how fucking incredible the show looks.
Yeah.
It looks better than the sequel trilogy. And it's like, okay, but why? I mean, am I really going to go to theaters to see Mandalorian and Grogu when I could just wait 8 weeks or whatever and watch it at home?
Yeah.
The same way I've watched all the rest of their story. I think people will probably go see it, but they got to come up with something more exciting than that trailer they put out before. Because while it looked good to me, there's nothing in that trailer that was like, I have to see this.
Right.
You know? And it's not like there's some other Star Wars property that's going to come out in that window.
Yeah.
That's like, oh, I need to go watch Mandalorian and Grogu so I'll know what's going to happen for this. I don't know, man. I think it's going to do probably 400 or 500 mil at the theater. And a lot of that also depends on the normal box office stuff. Like, okay, you know, is it a holiday weekend? Is there anything else going on?
Right.
What else is playing at the box office? You know, is it, you know, fucking Five Nights at Freddy's 3? Or is it like, you know, fucking The Odyssey, you know?
Bro, I saw Five Nights at Freddy's 2. I have to tell you about that later.
You saw it?
Yeah.
Why? Have you seen the first one?
So I was like, all right, if I'm going to watch the second one, I got to watch this first one.
You watched the first one and then you still watched the
and
second
I was
one?
like, oh no, it's for some ass, dog.
Oh, okay.
It's like, oh no. But
I'm even more concerned now. Since most of that audience is like, you know, younger.
Right, it was like people were clapping and we were like, for this?
When you say we, like the person you went with also hated it?
Oh yeah.
So I had that exact same experience with the first one.
Oh.
Yeah, like I got up and went to the bathroom during the movie and I came back, sat down, you know, and watched the rest of this. I was not in a hurry to come back. I sat down and watched the rest of this shitty movie. And I'm sitting there, and like when the credits roll, I was like, you know, leaning forward. I had my whole crew, you know, leaning forward to be like, well, that was a piece of shit. And before I could even do like this, the whole theater burst into applause. And I was like, did I walk back into a different movie when I got up to go pee? These are my people I came here with. Y'all must have just watched some different shit.
Is there a different projector in here?
Yeah. Was everybody like watching something on their phones or, you know? Oh my God, man! Like, and apparently the second one is worse than the first one.
It is.
Oh God! Yeah, like so when I heard that, right, I immediately was like, well, we're not reviewing that shit for the podcast because it's really hard for me to imagine something worse than the first one.
Oh, it's worse.
Yeah,
it is worse, dog. And I mean, it was like it was a very similar feeling for me. Like when I sat down to watch Minecraft, how I was there, but then I just wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, Five Nights is, at least the first one, very similar to Minecraft for me in the sense of like, I know all the lore and backstory and all that shit about Five Nights. So, for me to go watch it, I'm sitting there going, fan service.
Oh.
Fan service. Oh, nice wink and a nod. Oh, okay, they put this famous streamer that plays this game into the movie. That's cool.
Yeah, I didn't catch any of that.
You know, heads, yeah, and you know, and I still thought it was trash.
Yeah.
You know, so like I got all the little fucking you know thumbs ups that you were trying to give me, but holy fucking what a shit show.
And apparently, like the marionette is another character from the game. I don't know, but yeah, that's like the big bad of the sequel. And spoiler alert, but they definitely are doing the third one. You know, like,
no shocker, yeah.
Oh no. Yeah, so
yeah, it's his daughter. Yeah, did they keep that plot line?
Yeah. So the daughter, she ends up going batshit at the end. Leading to that, she gets like possessed with the marionette.
That's not a spoiler to anybody that wants to see this movie.
Okay.
Yeah. Nobody that wants to see this movie, like the people that want to see this movie, you're like, you want to see the second one, the marionettes in it? Yeah, like they're yeah.
Yeah, like my first bad omen was walking in there like, man, it's kind of packed in here. A lot of people. Like,
like if you were to add up like the next 4 youngest people in the theater, besides the people that came with you, they probably wouldn't equal y'all's age.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody in that bitch was like 12.
Bro, yeah. Like I'm pretty sure I sat next to like a 14-year-old.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. So.
Yep.
Yeah, I give it like a 1.8 out of 10.
Yeah.
If I had to really score it, it would not
tracks.
be great. Yeah.
That tracks.
So.
Any other bold predictions for the Game Awards before we move on?
What do you think about a new GTA 6 trailer?
Probably.
I feel like they need to do something to smooth things over with their anxious fan base.
You think we might get a Fallout remaster announcement, like a Fallout 3 or a New Vegas remaster?
I can see that. I can also see them just stealth dropping it.
Yeah, that's true. They did it with Oblivion.
Yeah.
How about and this is something that I don't think I've seen anybody predict, but what about like announcement for a Claire Obscura sequel?
Ooh. Do you think that's something that they're interested in doing right now?
I don't know. It would be tough to see them do another project next. But I also think that E33 has got so much renown, and they're about to clean up tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they have so much going for them that they probably will. I can see it either way, where it's like, okay, this game has so much momentum, let's do a sequel. Or also, like, we as a developer have so much renown right now, we can make whatever the fuck we want, and people will buy it. So, like, if it's not, Claire Obscure something else, then you better damn well know you're going to see from the makers of Expedition 33 on all them trailers.
Oh, yeah, they're going to Ryan Coogler the shit out of that.
Yeah, it's going to be on the cover. On the cover of the fucking game case.
Yeah. Ryan Coogler once shook my hand. Come watch this movie.
Yeah. He sent me a text message one time by accident. Come watch.
Oh, shit. I guess one more. I think it's possible that CDPR does something with The Witcher.
Oh, Witcher 4, proper trailer?
Yeah.
Very cool. They have said that they plan to release the entire next Witcher trilogy within 6 years.
I don't think I would have said that if I were them.
Yeah, I know. That just seems like a real fucking dumb thing to say. But apparently it's like since they're using Unreal Engine 5 now, apparently they just gotta get the first game good to go, and then they just gotta build the other two games out in that same engine. So I mean, if they were to do that and come out with Witcher 4, they would have 3 years, for 5, and then another 3 years for 6. I'm with you though. Why the fuck would you say that?
Right. It's cool if you want to say you have another trilogy planned, but don't put a time stamp on it.
Especially since y'all's last game that you came announced, it was 11 years or something.
Yeah. How do you bake a cake for 11 years and it still comes out undone?
Yeah, and then you're like, you know what? I think we could put out 3 of these in 6 years. and have them come out crisp.
Right. Yeah, I got it now. I see where we went wrong. Yeah.
One more thing on the Star Wars thing. If it's not a Star Wars Total War, it could be a actual KOTOR remake trailer. Because they announced that shit 5 years ago.
I was going to ask you, when was that announced?
5 years ago, the developer that was working on it already has been shuttered. It changed developers already. Not a good sign. Never a good sign. But it is apparently still in the works.
Yeah, I don't like that at all. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I've never liked it from jump that they were going to remake it. So
for me, it's one of those things where I wanted it because I wanted it.
Right.
Not necessarily because I needed it. I can play KOTOR now.
Yeah.
And still love it just like I did all those years ago.
Yeah. Would I love a remake in modern graphics? Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Do I want you guys to change anything? No.
Yeah.
Are they gonna?
Yeah, absolutely.
Are they gonna change the combat? Yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna make it some gimmicky fucking Kingdom Hearts button mashing bullshit.
Oh gosh. Oh no. Who was making that?
I don't know.
Okay. gonna say because it's not Obsidian.
No, it's some Sony bullshit. And how many turn-based games has Sony come out with in the last 20 years?
Yeah, well,
R.I.P.
Yep. Well, we'll see what happens with that, I guess. Yep.
I guess we should get into our main course, even though our main course is just a lot of these smaller courses.
It is, right? I mean, that's what you get at like Michelin star restaurants. You know, they just give you a bunch of bite-sized portions
of like the most bomb shit ever.
Yeah, and then like it just and you're like, I would like this, but in a bigger serving. But then you just get more of that.
Yeah. So let us cook.
Yeah, let us cook. Well, homies, one and all, allow us to welcome you back to another very special episode of the Superhero Homies podcast. My name is Quentin, and as always, I am here with the world's greatest co-host. I'm talking about the homie Caleb.
That's me. What's going on, everybody? I've been very excited to talk about this for a while. We have quite a few things to get into tonight. We've been meaning to do one of these for a long time, but there just really hasn't been a need to. And then all of a sudden, there's a need to do like 6 of them, basically. So
that's how it goes over here,
It's the way the news goes.
Yep. Speaking of which, I suppose that we should play the appropriate songs for comic news.
We must. Otherwise, we cannot go forth.
Absolutely.
Breaking news. This just in. You're listening to the cosmic, world-breaking, magnificent, multiversal, mega-talented news anchors, the superhero homies. And this is comic news. Comic news.
All right. That's going to come straight out of our budget.
Another prediction. Do you think we'll be able to get that guy for the Homie Awards this year?
I don't know if we can afford them, but we'll try.
Well, you better go ahead and ask the committee now.
If I ask them, they're already on like Christmas break.
I know. Yeah.
Maybe I'll just get them and then we'll just do.
We'll just invoice it later.
Yeah,
because it's 21 business days to get a response.
Absolutely, yeah. So we'll just go ahead and pitch for him to come back. But speaking of which, though,
we can pay him in check.
Ooh, and just post date it.
Yeah, or whatever.
Oh shit. Well, homies, we are here for another edition of Comic News. And like Caleb said here, we do have some very interesting things to talk about. There have been some happenings going on in the nerd world. And oh my gosh, they will not stop. So yeah, I opened up my phone to look at my notes for comic news, and then I see just like another notification, I think on Insta. People are very butthurt about our comments on Stranger Things.
Oh, are they?
Which is weird because we didn't even say anything bad about Stranger Things.
Okay, so, all right, folks. Let me just, if you're not aware of this, you probably are because if you run into someone who is this type of fan of a thing, it's like if someone is vegan, right? Like, you never have to wonder if anybody's vegan. They'll fucking tell you, right? And there's a certain type of fan that's like, any criticism at all of my thing is not okay. Like fuck you if you have any criticism at all of my thing. Like, and don't get me wrong, I get it. Yep. Like, when I'm scrolling through Instagram and I come across somebody that wants to talk about any kind of book, anything, right? And I inevitably see them say anything, even remotely, like, critical of our Lord and Savior Brandon Sanderson, there's this little thing that goes off in the back of my head, like, I fucking hate this person. But then I'm like, you know what? Whether I agree with them or not, it's absolutely their opinion to think that. And the motherfucker gonna keep writing books, dog. Like, whether, you know what I mean? Like, I don't, and with Stranger Things, it's even crazier because it's like, it's not like they're not gonna keep making it. I mean, as a matter of fact, we pretty much all want them to stop as soon as this season's over with. Yeah. So, relax.
Yeah. Chill. Like, it's all good, homies.
Like, we all really liked it. We all gave it an 8.5, I think, was the score. And I mean, that's a really good score just for this block of 4 episodes. But we did point out that there were some issues with it. But also, we're critics. We can't just sit here and be like, it was fucking awesome for 2 hours.
What's fucking crazy, this for me is the funniest part, is that they didn't negatively react to what we said about Vecna in any regard, about the story. they reacted to us talking about them being old as fuck.
That's what they're mad about?
That's what they are mad about.
Okay.
That's what they're mad about. And yeah, so it's crazy. Like I think it was one person on Instagram, I want to say, who was like, "Oh well, Tom Holland was 24 and he played a 17-year-old. You guys didn't care about that." And I was like, "Well, yeah, Tom Holland looked like he was 17."
Right.
And I think it was someone on was it YouTube or TikTok, one of the two, who was like, "Wow, so you let that break your suspension of disbelief, but monsters and superpowers don't." And I was, I have a new job, so I have time now. I was like, I got time today. So I said a couple things. It didn't break any of our suspensions of disbelief. Two, monsters and superpowers are baked into the show. Them looking 10 years older than they are is not.
Right.
So yeah, it's weird. Again, we didn't like in this particular clip, this like 45-second clip, we didn't have anything bad to say about them, about the show, about the acting, about the performances, anything. All we said it was just us joking around and talking about, man, these fucking 15-year-old kids are old as shit.
Yeah. Right.
And that's just objective.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, it really is. Yeah. I mean, I was actually talking to somebody the other day who, like, they literally just started watching Stranger Things. Mm-hmm. And I was like, you were lucky as fuck. I was like, this show, when it came out, it was like July, like 2015, I think, 2016.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know? I was like, it's been a minute.
Yeah. It's hard to believe it's been that long, but then it's not.
And I think it's only supposed to have been 4 years in the show. I think it's from 83 to 87.
Yeah. Yeah. They started off at 11 years old, and now they're supposed to be 15.
Yeah. 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 When in all actuality, these kids were like 12 or 13, mm-hmm. and now they're 23, 25.
Yeah.
And they're supposed to be 15. Right.
All right. Anywho, so we do have some comic news stuff here. Let's go ahead and talk about the big one.
The big one, yeah. Let's go ahead and talk about the fact that it is official that Netflix is, both the Netflix and the Warner Brothers board have agreed to Netflix's proposal to buy the studio arm of Warner Brothers. There is a lot to unpack here.
Was it a reported $82 billion?
Yes. And quite a bit of that, I think, is cash. I think it's like I don't know the exact details, but I think it's like a 80-20, something like that. Yeah. So if you own Warner Brothers, a certain amount of Warner Brothers stock, you'll get the cash price, which is still a fucking steal because the cash price is way more than the Warner Brothers stock is, like, anyway. And then you also get a certain amount of Netflix stock.
Oh, shit. Well, I don't have none of that shit, but it sounds good.
Yeah.
So there is a lot to unpack here. So people seem to be more upset and worried about this than not. And I can't say that I necessarily blame them. Netflix buying them isn't the worst case scenario, but I can still see a lot of room for some shit to go terribly wrong with this acquisition. So for those of you who may be wondering exactly what this entails, to just give you guys an idea of like list of IPs that Netflix will now own, you have things such as, but not limited to, the entirety of DC. I'm not just talking film division. I'm talking comic books. I'm talking TV shows. I'm talking lunch boxes. They own the entirety of the conglomerate that is DC. Game of Thrones, Sopranos, Wire. Shit, I mean, it goes on. Any of your prestige HBO shows, and then the movie catalog. All of that. I mean, it's a metric shit ton of properties and IP that Netflix has access to, and it seems that the the worry for a lot of people is, what will this do to the quality of these things? To Netflix's credit, from what I heard, I don't know how true this is, but apparently they do still want to keep the Warner Brothers name alive. And I think that's a smart move because there is prestige behind that. People see the WB logo and it makes them feel like they're watching, a high class movie of sorts, versus seeing the Netflix logo when they click on a movie.
Right.
What are your thoughts on this, man?
So I have some of the details here. It was $87 billion.
87, okay.
And under the terms of the agreement, each Warner Brothers common stock will translate into $23.25 in cash and $4.50 of Netflix common stock per share. So, yeah. If the Netflix, and then there's also a collar on that, which is just a stock term where it's like, okay, if the Netflix share price is this, then you actually will get this amount, so on and so forth. My thoughts on this are complex. So let me just start with the thing that everybody wants, is concerned about is like, is this good or bad for the industry? And a lot of people are looking at it as like, Warner Brothers Discovery will, we want them to stay independent. And my problem with that is that's not a fucking option.
No.
First off, the entity known as Warner Brothers is gone, right? David Zaslav has to be the worst, fucking most incompetent CEO in the history of the fucking entertainment industry. He is the most incompetent person in Hollywood since John Peters. Like, let me just and just to frame that for you guys, let me just explain what happened here. Discovery bought Warner Brothers, right? It was called a merger, but it was a buyout. Mm-hmm. Discovery bought Warner Brothers, and then they spent a shit ton of money, right, on Warner Brothers. They then spun up. They took the HBO off the most valuable fucking brand they have, right? They took that and they decided we're going to get rid of that shit. And they were like, we're just going to call it Max, which nobody gives a fuck about, right? Nobody's ever heard of that. Nobody cares about that branding. Then they spent a shit ton of money undoing that decision because it was stupid as hell, right? They have squandered the Harry Potter franchise, one of the most profitable franchises in the world, regardless of how you feel about J.K. Rowling. I would call her a cunt, but she lacks both the depth and the warmth. Fuck that bitch. But yeah, nobody can deny that shit prints money. And if you look at how all the Fantastic Beasts movies were handled, the first one was okay, and then they had no idea what they were doing after that. The gaming arm of Warner Brothers, I'm concerned about that. Netflix said they didn't even assign any value to that in their valuation computations. Like their calculations for the value, they said that basically they assigned it no value when they were considering buying Warner Brothers. Yeah, WB Games. That has to be a wonderful thing to hear if you work there.
Oh my God.
But I can't disagree with them. Other than Hogwarts Legacy, when's the last time they churned out a great game?
Shadows of
War. Yeah.
War.
Which, since we're talking about video games and we're talking about that, I'm going to go off on a tangent. You have to bear with me here on this. King. But the Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War games, right? They had the Nemesis system.
Yep.
Okay.
Great system.
WB Games fucking owns the trademark to this Nemesis system. So if you ever played Shadow of Mordor or Shadow of War and you're wondering why, oh man, this system is cool as fuck, how come I haven't seen it in some other video game? It's because they own the trademarks for it. So everybody's thinking, right, okay, cool, they're going to come out with a fucking Batman game using this system. Or they're going to come out with this Suicide Squad game using this system. You know how many video games that shit's been in since Shadow of War? Fucking zero. Thank you. Fucking sold to the man in the yellow hat. Like, absolutely zero. They literally have been sitting on this. And it's like, if you're not going to put this in your video games, fucking license it out. Don't sell it. Fuck that. License it. So, yeah, be like, oh, yeah, man, you want this shit for Jedi Outcast? You wanna spawn up motherfucking Sith Lords using our Nemesis system? All right, cool. 3% of the game's revenue. You know what I mean?
Well, shit. Now they might as well sell it.
Yeah. Yeah, because they done sat on it forever.
Yeah.
That's how fucking incompetent WB Games is. Like, that's crazy. As a matter of fact, I think the president actually just resigned because the Suicide Squad game was a complete failure. They lost over $200 million on that shit. Mm-hmm. And multiverses. They spent a ton of money on multiverses. Multiverses wasn't a bad game.
Yeah.
It was actually a great idea. And pretty much everybody I know that played it really thought like it was cool and enjoyed it.
They just didn't support it.
They didn't support it. They pissed everybody off. They put the game up in like an open beta, but they were very vague about it. And then they were like, oh, no. We're not about to release this. We're going to take this back down. They let people spend real money in the open beta on shit. Then they took the game down and it never came back.
That's awful.
Yeah, dude. Fucking nightmare fuel. So I don't blame Netflix for not assigning any value to it. But I do think that what that tells me is that if Netflix does get, the acquisition, and it's very likely that they will, that they might sell WB Games off.
It's hard for me to feel any kind of way about it because, as you mentioned, they haven't done anything.
Yeah, Microsoft will buy that shit in a heartbeat.
Oh, yeah, they absolutely will.
they love an old game company that used to make good games forever ago.
I mean, at this point, I think, it might be for the better because that means I can get something that might use the Nemesis system again.
Right, yeah. And that's where I'm at, man. It's like, Warner Brothers Discovery staying independent, that's not one of the options we have on the table.
Yeah.
At this point in time, the best option we have is for Netflix to buy them. Comcast also is interested, but I don't think they have as much of a shot. Mm-hmm. I would love for them to buy it, and the reason for that is because Universal. I would love to have all the DC properties at Universal, but guess what? We can still get that on the Netflix buyout. Netflix can still buy it. They can still license DC.
Yeah.
They can have a fucking Gotham City portal at Epic, like whatever.
Oh my gosh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's actually already rumored to be something they're interested in doing.
Well, that's fantastic.
But the fucking darkest timeline, though, is that Paramount buys them. Because if Paramount buys Warner Brothers, Paramount will be bigger than Netflix in the streaming space. Between Paramount Plus, which they will combine with Max, they will actually be the largest streamer. And fucking Paramount is owned by, this buyout from Paramount is backed by the Saudis and Jared Kushner's finance company.
Yeah, no.
So that, take what you will from that.
Yeah, no, that would be a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, it's pure all nightmare. And they are fighting really hard. They put in a hostile takeover offer. So basically since the board would still have to vote on it, but essentially what they're going to try to do now is they're trying to appeal to Warner Brothers shareholders and go, well, we'll give you more money if you sell your stock to us. And if they sell their stock to them, then they can just put people on the board that'll oppose the Netflix deal. It's possible, but I do think that Netflix CEO said it was expected. There's also in this deal, there's a $5 billion safety net. So if the deal with Netflix falls through, they have to pay Warner Brothers $5 billion. But what that tells me is that Netflix has zero doubts that this is going to go.
I was talking to the homie Dylan a few days ago about this, and we were both in agreement that, man, I didn't know that Netflix was in the black. Because last time I heard, those motherfuckers was definitely in the red.
Oh, no, they're doing really well.
I see. I fucking see.
Yeah.
I mean, because this shit don't come from nowhere. So.
Well, a lot of this has to do with, I mean, Netflix is the pioneer, right? And one of the things that you saw Netflix stop doing, originally like Netflix didn't have a ton of their own content. Like back in those early days for Netflix, I mean, they had, what was that, House of Cards, stuff like that. But a lot of the things people were watching on Netflix was like CW shows and other shit that's licensed.
Shit that they were licensed, The Office.
Yeah. And they still do license a lot of things, but it's not 90% of their catalog anymore. It's like 40%. Yeah. And then they have, the Stranger Things, the Bridgerton, like their shows are event TV. When they come out with Stranger Things, everybody's on Stranger Things. The Stranger Things merch is pouring in.
With them old ass kids.
Right. with them old ass 30-year-old kids. Like they have their own catalog now. And like Netflix, Bridgerton, Witcher, for better or for worse, they have all this stuff now. And yeah, they do have quite a bit of licensed content on the platform, but it's nowhere near as much as it used to be.
I mean, well, shit, shout out to them.
Yeah, they're doing really well.
So
they're also going up in them goddamn prices all the time.
Bro, every year. It feels like every year.
We just got new cable.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and I can't imagine what their price would be now. Like, I'm assuming they would, some years down the line, merge the two things, the two apps.
Yeah, so for now, they said that they actually want to leave everybody. So here's one thing that the Netflix CEO said, and granted, this is all just an executive trying to get their deal over the finish line, so this could all go out the window as soon as the ink's dry, but Netflix CEO was like, we think one of the best things we can look in, that we can, expand on is HBO. They were like, HBO for years and years and years has been known for premium format television. And they were like, we want them to return to that. They're like, that we want them to go back to that being their thing. And they really can focus on that. And I love that. So yeah, I mean, I do think eventually we will probably get HBO branded stuff inside of Netflix. But they said for now, they're going to leave the two things separate. And that pretty much everybody's going to stay doing what they're doing over there.
Yeah, that sounds great.
But all of the cable TV channels and all the Discovery and all that shit's going to spin off into another company. So this is only the IPs and the streaming stuff. So like they're like traditional cable channels and all that stuff. That's all going to be a separate company because Netflix has no interest in that shit.
So Netflix isn't keeping they're not keeping half of the Discovery shit then.
Right. No, the Discovery shit, TNT, TBS, all that.
That's fucking off.
Fuck off to a different place. Which, I know we have some, folks interested in this watching, but AEW, their whole thing with like being on HBO Max and all that shit, that's probably like it's definitely going to hit their deal.
Damn.
So
damn. Yeah, I don't know what happens with that then because like that was in line for. I mean, I guess they had to abide till the end date.
Yeah. Other thing that would be going on too, is if Paramount gets this, right? If Paramount buys it somehow instead of Netflix, James Gunn is gone, folks. James Gunn is not going to work for the people from, the Nazi Earth.
Yeah. He's like, I made a whole season of television about why this is bad.
Yeah. He's not going to work for them. So I'm going to tell you right now, if Paramount gets the buy, James Gunn will probably make Man of Tomorrow, and he's gone. That's it.
Well, I mean, yeah, because right now his deal is up to 2027.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. So
hopefully that's not the case.
But if Netflix gets the buy, they've said we want to keep James Gunn. We want to let him do what he's going to do. And they've committed to still doing the theatrical releases. Now, I do think if Netflix gets the buy, I think, 4 or 5 years from now, maybe not even that long, I think we're going to see, fucking a DC movie hit theaters for a month, and then it's going to be on Netflix. Because that's where they really want, but here's the other side of that though, guys. Netflix, so it's different with Disney, right? Because Disney is going to put out a fucking Marvel movie and they want it to hit $1 billion at the box office.
Yeah.
Then they want to put it on Disney Plus in fucking 60 or 90 days. And then they want to kick the Disney Plus numbers. If you look at these MCU movies that have so-called failed or not done well at the box office, blah, 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 even though they're making money, they're just not making what you'd expect from like a phase 1 through 3 movie. And when I say that, I really mean like phase 2 and 3. Because phase 1 really didn't make that much. Like, Disney wants all this shit, and like they're like, oh, well, these movies aren't performing as expected, so let's start cutting budgets and shit. I don't give a fuck what the box office number is. The only reason I care is because Disney cares. Is because I want the MCU movie to come out and fucking spike the box office and then get more money to make more things I want to see, right? If Netflix doesn't give a fuck about that, and they're like, we'll put it in the movie theater, you guys go watch it, let it make $300-400 million, and then it goes on Netflix and does gangbusters, right? If that's what Netflix actually wants, then fuck it. Like, go for it.
Yeah.
My problem is Disney cannibalizing their own goddamn sales by putting it on Disney Plus and then be like, oh, man, the box office isn't doing that well.
Yeah.
You know? Like, we only care because that's the metric they're looking at. I don't give a fuck how many people go to the movie theater and watch it. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be there on opening night. I would rather y'all stay your asses at home. Like, I don't, I mean, I love you all, but I really don't want to sit with you in the theater. I'm just saying. If we were the only ones in there, that'd be much more comfortable.
It would be. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, when Fantastic Four hits Disney Plus, it's number one for a while, for a long ass while. If Netflix saw those numbers on Netflix, they're going to be like, fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So. I mean, that is all true. I just feel like there are other things at play here that could happen with this deal that people just aren't thinking about, including me.
I think there will be some downsides to it. Don't get me wrong. But it's hard to imagine them because it's like David Zaslav is such a fuck up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, at almost every possible turn, he's just fucked himself.
At the end of the day, I really don't care if we get more seasons of The Pit. Let's just be honest. As long as y'all come out with a season of The Pit every year, I'll be fine.
For me, that's one of many things that I would like.
Oh yeah, can we get like a Euphoria season like twice in a decade instead of just once per?
God damn.
Like Euphoria is about to be in the Stranger Things boat if they keep this shit up.
See, I thought about that. It is different with Euphoria. I want them to look like adults because they be butt booty ass naked.
Yeah, but Sydney Sweeney's gonna be like 45 in high school. Yeah.
Oh shit. Oh man.
Zendaya won't. Zendaya looks perpetually 13.
Yeah, she does. Just like a tall ass 13-year-old.
Yeah.
What else do we have about this Netflix WB bullshittery afoot?
I mean, obviously, like, Christopher Nolan is really opposed to it, and so that makes me want to agree with him because he's Christopher Nolan.
If you sat down and explained it with the chalkboard, you'd just be more lost.
I need him to have Michael Caine explain it to me. Just show up and explain it to me. With like an overhead projector, maybe.
I mean, it'd be interesting.
Or he could send Florence Pugh.
That's what I was thinking.
And she could just take all her clothes off and explain it to me.
That's what I was kind of.
And then I would get it 100%.
Yeah.
Because I could tell you all about how to build a nuclear bomb now.
Yeah. Well, can you run that back again? Just from the top one more time.
Yeah, just one more again. I was taking notes the first time. Yeah. Now I want to,
My notes is just titties.
It's just a stick figure. Very shitty drawing of her.
Oh, no. All right. Well, we'll have more news with this Netflix WB buyout as time goes on. And honestly, homies, probably in another 2.5 years, we'll really start to see how this thing is shaking out.
Yeah, we should know in the next like 90 days or so, like how it's all going to land. They do still have to, regardless of how it goes, it's going to have to get regulatory approvals. They don't need the FCC's approval, but they will need the antitrust arm of the federal government to approve it. They also need the European Union to approve it. And it's not just them. There'll be other stuff. So
Yeah, believe it or not, they also needed the Home Committee stamp of approval. And those motherfuckers were apparently the first to sign off on it for that check.
yeah, I actually just told them it'd be fine.
We'll talk off mic.
To put a footnote on that, I think next April you and I are gonna be doing 2 a week because
We will. I actually have that.
Euphoria, Invincible, and The Boys are all hitting in April.
Well, and then I believe even outside of April, D&D Born Again will also be on around the same time.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep. So, yeah, we have, because I didn't even think to write down Euphoria, but for sure, The Boys, Season 5, Invincible, Season 4, and Daredevil Born Again, there will be a time when all 3 of those are airing, like, during the same week. So that is going to be a real fun time for us over here. You guys will be getting a shit ton of content, but goddamn, they really kind of front loaded this.
Yeah. Not to mention, also coming out that in April, the Super Mario Galaxy movie
Yep.
is coming out, and the drama, which is Zendaya and Robert Pattinson movie, is coming out in April. And that's the A24 movie, so it's probably going to either be weird or great.
Or both.
Or both.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is going to be a lot of content coming out during that time. I mean, you and I, we spoke briefly about this Boys Season 5 trailer.
Yeah.
And, I mean, for better or for worse, it looks like they're going out with a bang. Hopefully, Eric Kripke can kind of pull his head out of his ass and give us, like, a great story-driven, character-driven narrative instead of, you know, whatever kind of weird, shallow messaging he wants to dress it up as this time.
Right.
And just really knock it out of the park like he did with the first 2 seasons. If we can go back to that, then we got something great.
I agree.
Jared Padalecki.
Yeah, they made sure he got that FaceTime in that trailer.
Yep, absolutely.
You think he's playing a dick bag?
Probably. I mean, the odds of him playing a dick bag and The Boys is high. The odds of you seeing any new character in The Boys being a dick bag is high.
That's true.
You know? So, the thing of it is, as far as I know, we don't know who he's playing.
Yeah. I believe he has a, like, code name. He's playing, like, Mr. Charles or somebody like that. Some shit. That's, like, just a code name.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's going to be interesting to see who he really is. I am curious if he is someone who exists in the Boys comic books or if he's just an original creation. You guys know how I feel about a lot of original creations. Sometimes they just are a catch-all or just whatever you need them to be, or they're just blah.
the trailer looks interesting. Although their trailers tend to be all rule of cool, all spectacle.
Yep.
You know, hey, this season's gonna be crazy as shit. That's the only marketing that they know, and I don't hate it.
It's worked.
Yeah, I was happy to see Stan Edgar in there. You know, so I want to ask 2 things. Is there a thing that you really need to happen this season? Like, you know, you just like, this is like, would set it over the edge for you as far as like being awesome. And then the part 2 to that would be, is there anything that would be a non-starter for you? Like put you right in the thumbs down category.
The number one thing for me that will put it in a thumbs down category for me is if they try to subvert expectations with the number one thing with the Boys TV show and the comic books. It all boils down to Homelander and Butcher. If you do not get that right, or if you try to, we'll have Butcher die this other way, we'll have Homelander die this other way, I'm out.
Yeah.
It's got to be those 2. taking each other out. Basically, it's got to revolve around that. And with that being said, I also really need them this season to put both those characters back on track so that I can go back to giving more of a fuck about them.
Right.
So for me, that is definitely the number one thing. I mean, and even if they were to replace, let's say that, I want Butcher to be the one to kill Homelander. Let's say they replace Butcher with someone else who I really like. I don't give a shit though. Like that, the history isn't there. The fucking vitriol hatred isn't there. It's just not the same. And the same thing, vice versa. Like I don't need, someone else. I need both of them to kill each other. Basically, is what I'm getting at. What about you, man? What are you looking for? What are you not looking for?
I'm on that same page with you. I definitely want to see all of our main cast kind of get their due, whether that's their end or happy ending or getting brutally murdered or whatever. I kind of want to just go back to it being a story-driven show and like see how this all plays out, because I feel like they've really just been treading water for at least 2 seasons now.
Yep.
Seasons 1 and 2 just all felt like they were building and building and building. And that's a great thing until you like get to the point where you like can't really escalate it anymore. And now you're just treading water until your eventual season 5 thing. We're now in that era, like the end of season 3 felt like such a cop out to me, because it's like, okay, you have this clear as fucking day way to take Homelander down. And it became super evident to me that like, okay, well, you can't do that, right? Your show is going to boil down to Butcher versus Homelander at the very end. So, like, what you're just telling me is that there's nothing going to happen this season. There's nothing going to happen next season. Mm-hmm. And now we're in season 5. So they're going to put the gloves back off. They can toss them shits. Never going to need them again. Go out with a bang. Do something really cool. That's mainly what I want to see. Is I want to see each of the characters that we have grown to know and love get a satisfying ending to their arcs. Because they have done a really good job with having arcs for all the characters, the Deep, A-Train, Annie, all these guys. Like, they've all got, a pretty satisfying arc. Frenchie, MM, Kamiko. Yeah. And so I want to see all of that play out. The Butcher Homelander thing, I'm with you. Like, I definitely want to see that. I don't want them to do any kind of crazy subverting expectations cop out on that either.
You know what I love about the Deep is that he has just perpetually been the same asshole for all that. I mean, he maybe has gotten worse.
Yeah, no growth.
Yeah, but I love that because, I mean, that's done so intentionally with this character.
Yeah.
And I get it, right? Some people are assholes and they just don't grow.
Yeah.
And he is one of them.
Yep.
And I don't think that makes him, I mean, don't get me wrong. Yes, he is a bad character, but I don't think that makes him a bad character, if you understand what I'm saying.
No, because it reflects life. Yeah. Like that this type of person does exist for sure.
Mm-hmm. And so I mean, I absolutely love that. I think about the ending of the comic books. From what I remember, it's been a few years now since I've read the whole series, but so spoiler alerts for like the boys' comic books. But I'm pretty sure Kamiko and Frenchie both bite it. Obviously Butcher Homelander. How would you feel if Kamiko and Frenchie both were to be off this season?
It would kind of be fitting, tragically, because they've both been around like sorrow and death kind of their whole lives. I think everybody would love to see them get like that happy ending or whatever, but also, can you really picture those characters having that?
Right.
Can you really picture them existing with that? I feel like Frenchie especially would have the, whole soldier without a war thing.
Yeah.
Where it's like, can this motherfucker really like, just get up and cook Eggos every morning?
Nah. He needs something to fight.
Yeah.
Something to fight for. Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I think that they probably will go for the kind of beautifully tragic ending, maybe a little bit lighter than what they had in the comic books, you know, especially since they made Kamiko way more of a character in the TV show than she is in the comics.
Yeah.
For starters, they gave her a goddamn name in the TV show. That's a start.
What do you think about Huey and Annie?
And Annie. So I think that they both live, but I don't think that they end up together. That's kind of where I'm thinking, and it's probably gonna boil down to some difference of morality. Like they both have the same goal. Homelander needs to come down. Vought needs to come down, but maybe it's gonna be in how it's done that they disagree,
Right.
or some kind of fallout's gonna happen. But yeah, I think that they're gonna end up going their separate ways and kind of doing it for like the betterment of, you know, the world or society, whatever you want to call it. So that's kind of where I'm going with that. I can't really see either of them dying here.
Yeah, I agree. If one of them does, I think it would be Huey, though.
Yeah. But then again, I don't know, man, because I would say, because it'd be fucked up, right, if he lost a second girlfriend, but also it's kind of up the show's alley.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Who else we got? What about Mother's Milk?
I don't know what happens with him, and man, he's my favorite character, so I kind of want him to just like live happily ever after, raise his daughter.
Is Todd dead?
I think they did kill Todd.
I think they did, didn't they? Okay, well, oh fuck. Okay.
Yeah, fuck him.
Yeah, fuck him. Okay, I wonder. Well, they can bring Todd back and MM can kill him again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fucking terrible. I think the Supes killed him, right?
I think so.
Yeah, like they framed the Starlighters or whatever.
Oh
Yeah.
shit, yeah. Oh fuck him.
On a similar note, Amazon Prime killing it. Mighty Nine has been coming on. I think this is episode 5 or 6 this week. I need to catch up when I get home, but they have been in the top 10 every week.
Damn.
On Amazon Prime, yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
So
I need to hop on that.
yeah, it's I think it's more your speed than Vox Machina even. Vox Machina is more hilarious. Like this is funny too, but this is you can tell with Campaign 2 they were all really comfortable and like they all made these like really fucking 3-dimensional like rich characters with this like really in-depth backstories and stuff, and like Mighty Nine is just fucking killing it with the way that they're showing it all.
Damn. Yeah, that's when I've been meaning to start for some time now, so I gotta hop on that. People online who have not read the Invincible comic books are very interested to know what Thrag is going to be like. And let me tell you something, brother.
And another thing.
I mean, this is going to sound so pretentious, but I don't mean it for it to, but you just got to wait and see. You don't become the ruler of the Viltrumites for nothing, you know.
Yeah.
Swole ass Freddie Mercury is about that life.
Yeah.
Thrag is him. Have they announced his voice actor yet?
I don't know if they have. I thought they did. I thought it was somebody great.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Let's see. Thrag voice actor. Oh, yeah. It's going to be Lee Pace.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he's basically going to be Freddie Mercury, King Vegeta.
Yeah. Which you may be wondering, like, what the fuck would that be like? Well, just
you're going to find out in April.
You'll find out. So, yeah, we're going to get Thrag, and this is going to be very interesting because you have to think, man, like, someone who can keep Conquest in line?
Right. Yeah.
Someone who Conquest will listen to? Like that's he might be about that life.
And all them other motherfuckers.
And all those other crazy motherfuckers, just to a lesser degree than Conquest.
Yeah.
Yeah. If there's a Viltrumite who's more off his fucking rocker than Conquest, then I don't want to ever see him.
Right. Absolutely. Because Conquest is insane.
But obviously, I'm really looking forward to Invincible season 4. I mean, I think that they've done overall an incredible job with the show, and there have been people who pointed out, like sometimes the quote unquote lazy animation with Invincible, and when you look at some of the still images for the evidence that they have, it's hard to deny, like. There are just some models that are just straight up reused.
Yeah.
You know? And to that I say, I don't know, Amazon, get it together. Like
yeah. It still looks really good.
It does.
It's really well done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's a great looking show, but yeah, sometimes they do reuse character models. But if you're going to reuse character models, don't reuse like the most well-known ones, like they reused Debbie's character model a couple times, and even Mark.
Oh, they reuse Mark's a lot.
Well, when they shouldn't though.
Right. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, fucking, Hasbin Hotel does that shit too. They're on Amazon, so whatever.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So yeah, again, the other superhero show that's coming out around the same time is Born Again.
Yes.
Season 2.
And it's been renewed for a 3, I believe.
Yes, it has.
So, Matthew Lillard is going to be playing a villain in it. We know about that.
I did not know that, actually.
Yeah. We don't know who though.
Oh,
he's confirmed.
Shit.
Yep.
I got to think about that. Man, like I know he's not quite old enough in that we've already had a great Stick, but I would love if he came back as like a version of Stick.
No. Like, that other Muse was just an actor. He's going to be Muse. That was a paid actor.
I mean, he kind of was, if we're being honest. Muse killed people until he ran to the right motherfucker. Or the wrong motherfucker, if you want to look at it that way. Daredevil beat the shit out of him every time they came face to face.
Man, the way that shit... I'll never forget that subway scene.
Oh my god! Well, neither would me. Well, until he died.
Until he died, yeah. That's just the most terrifying shit imaginable.
Oh yeah. That's right up there with like doing a bank job in Gotham, and then you shine the flashlight and see Batman.
Right.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and turn yourself in, dog.
Well, it's too late.
It really is.
Because if the heart attack don't kill you, the ass whooping will.
Right. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to Born Again season 2. I think they have a better grip on how to proceed than they did with season 1. We know there was a lot of technical hiccups with season 1, a lot of storytelling hiccups, but I think that they're gonna have more of their bearings this time around. And overall, man, I really enjoyed season 1 of Born Again. So yeah, I think that this is gonna be a much better season.
I think everybody really enjoyed season 1 of Born Again until they figured out that we were getting season 0.5 of Born Again.
Well,
or we were getting season 1 part 1.
Yeah. So we do know that we're getting like the all black kind of Daredevil suit with the red instead.
We know we're getting Jessica Jones.
We're getting Jessica Jones for sure.
I think they're sitting on fucking Luke Cage.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You think Jessica and Luke will be like married?
I would love if they had that kind of progression off screen, Yeah. I think that'd be great. It'd be great if they already have the kid. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think about who else. Punisher feels like a shoe-in, but
yeah,
we also know we got his special coming up.
Are we gonna get Iron Fist? Danny Rand.
I'm gonna say this. I think if Iron Fist is in the show, he might be a different actor. And not anything against.
Or will
Finn
it just
Jones.
be Colleen?
Or it could just be Colleen.
They could just have Colleen show up and just not even mention Finn Jones' character. Just not even mention Danny at all.
Yeah, they could just put her in there. Shit, that'd be cool. Fuck it. Oh man. But with there being 3 seasons of Born Again, I don't know exactly what happens with Kingpin. I don't know if he gets brought down.
Missy Knight?
Ooh. It would be fun to see her come back too.
Claire? Old Night Nurse?
Oh, Night Nurse. Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like she's doing something, but no, I can't think of anything. So yeah.
I mean, the actress is doing something.
Yeah.
But I mean, for Disney also,
yeah.
so you know.
Yeah, also so just take out the prosthetics and the makeup and
Yeah. Well, I think Ahsoka season 2 is shot.
yeah.
So
Man, there's got to be some other characters though who they probably bring in, other villains. I would imagine. I would love if Kingpin like hired some other people. Obviously not Bullseye for obvious reasons.
right, yeah.
But who they would be, I don't know. I was gonna say it would be great if they brought in Stiltman, but didn't they use him for She-Hulk?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they already used that gag. But I don't know, man. Born Again season 2, we don't have a whole lot right now versus what we got it from a few months ago. But I don't know. It's still shaping up to be, I think, a pretty good show, pretty good season television. So we'll see what happens.
Agreed. We're getting Supergirl trailer tomorrow.
Yes, we have gotten technically 2 trailers now in the past couple of days for Supergirl.
And they also released Better Look at the Suit.
Oh yeah.
It had some modifications from the film. From Superman.
Yeah. So by the time you homies get this episode, the Supergirl trailer will already be out. So that being said, I am going to respond as if I have already magically seen the trailer. And in my Nostradamus-like prediction, I say that, man, I think that trailer is really cool. I like the vibe of it. I think that people are off when they say it gives them a Guardian of the Galaxy type of vibe. I don't think it does. They're just being thrown off by the Walkman.
So that's the new suit. It instead of this being like a belt, they did away with all of that, and the cape itself comes in a little further.
It looks good.
So you can see like this is the one in the movie.
Yeah,
the cape is like further on the back, and
right.
she has the belt loops on it. It's like just a regular belt. I actually think the new suit. I like both of them, but I think the new suit looks better.
Yeah,
I think there's like some real prestige to that.
Yeah, that's a sharp suit.
I actually like the cape coming in
versus
on the collar. That's really nice.
See, I also predict that. Man, I really like Lobo in this, and you don't.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you. So 2 things about this. With Lobo, I just don't want him to take a ton of attention in the movie. Also, after the Minecraft movie, like, I'm good if Jason Momoa is never in anything ever again. I didn't think he was that good as Aquaman.
I mean, honestly, no. I think that he was fine for me, and like
he was okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
He wasn't like Kal-El, no, but
Kal-El, no.
No, he was not. He was not that for sure.
Yeah, but he was just okay.
Yeah.
Like visually, he looked awesome as fuck in the suit.
Yeah, he did. But then, especially in Aquaman 2, he was just Jason Momoa doing gags.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay.
Yeah.
So, I think that Lobo, though, is... No, I didn't mean to rhyme there. I think that Lobo is more up his alley. I mean, he definitely has more of the attitude, more of the look, already has the voice. Jason Momoa was already kind of a built-in Lobo.
Right, yeah.
But I do agree, like, I don't want this to take away too much from the story. I don't know how much influence this movie is pulling from Woman of Tomorrow. I am probably the only person who's read that book and doesn't love it.
Yeah, because the homie K read it recently and loved it.
Yeah, I let her borrow my copy. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, she read it online.
Right.
Yeah. And then we talked about it a little bit. Yeah, I mean, everyone seems to really love that story. But I mentioned before, I'm not a big fan of Tom King. I think he mostly writes drivel. But I mentioned that because Lobo's not in that comic book. So if he is in it, and if they are trying to be somewhat similar to the movie, I don't see him being a big part of it.
One could hope.
But I do think I will enjoy this movie way more than the comic book because it won't have any of Tom King's nonsensical, completely unnecessary dialogue. There's literally an entire page in the comic book of Supergirl showing the other MC how to wash your hands, and I'm like, this is the most ridiculous waste of my goddamn time that I've ever seen.
Yeah, I doubt that'll be in there.
Yeah. If we get like a fucking 5-minute long scene of Kara expositing how to wash your hands, I'm gonna walk out of that theater.
I'm gonna laugh my ass off the whole 5 minutes. I might follow along behind you and laughing. And then, like, once you're out of the theater, I'll go sit back down.
That's fucked up. But no, I mean, so we'll see what we get in that trailer tomorrow. I do think that they're using Cram as the villain. That's the villain who was in the book. Mm-hmm. And I don't know who's playing the other kind of annoying, clearly on the spectrum MC that's in that book. I forget the name of that character. But we'll see tomorrow.
Yep.
Something else that I really wanted to talk about is apparently, rumoredly, reportedly, Scarlett Johansson has been cast in the Batman 2.
Yeah.
That was a very exasperated yeah.
Oh man. Who was it that it's rumored that she's playing?
So people are speculating Andrea Beaumont,
right,
who is the Phantasm.
Yes.
Mask of the Phantasm.
Right. And a lot of people are saying that it's possible that this movie is going to loosely adapt Mask of the Phantasm, which has a lot of people like really excited or whatever. And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to get like 400,000 dislikes. I'm not trying to shit on Mask of the Phantasm because, I mean, that's just the bee's motherfucking knees to a lot of people. And don't get me wrong, I like Mask of the Phantasm. Mm-hmm. I don't think I like it as much as some of you like it. Like, I don't think it's like the best Batman animated movie ever made, you know?
Yeah. I do really like Mask of the Phantasm. I guess for me, the thing is, I think Matt Reeves is smart enough to not do like an exact adaptation of Mask of the Phantasm.
Right.
Because the rabbit's already out of the hat. Like, we all know who the Phantasm is.
Right.
We know that it's Andrea. And don't get me wrong, that was a fucking phenomenal twist in the movie, but you can't do that twice.
Oh no, dog! They'll name it a different character. they'll call him like the White Mask, and then it'll be Andrea anyway. They'll be like, "This worked in Arkham Knight."
Yeah, people love that in Arkham Knight.
Yeah, everyone loved it in Arkham Knight when it was just Jason Todd the whole time.
Oh, some people are hoping that it's Poison Ivy. I just don't see how that fits the tone or aesthetic of what Matt Reeves does.
I also just don't see ScarJo being a good Poison Ivy. I don't think she'd be terrible, but nothing about her screams Poison Ivy to me.
Yeah. It would have to be a vastly different take on Ivy, I think. Yeah.
I mean, this is a little on the nose, but
go ahead.
You know exactly what I'm about to say, don't you?
Go ahead.
If they're gonna cast a Poison Ivy, they should just fucking get Maya Hawke. Like,
okay, all right.
Not to do that version.
I know.
You know what I mean? But she'd be great at it. Uma Thurman wasn't bad at it. The
you-
writing was terrible. She was actually perfect, I thought.
Like you think it runs in the family, huh? Like,
She looks exactly like her mom.
oh, she does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would just be, I think, some kind of like poetic justice to me if she got cast as the character and like actually played it,
Yeah.
Pretty close. Not that, I mean, as far as the things in that movie that are fucking close, that's pretty much it. She's like the closest thing to.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, like.
Like, if you want to name like one fucking remotely serious thing in that movie, it was Poison Ivy. It's like Uma Thurman got a different script than everyone else.
And I would use the term serious loosely.
Yeah. Compared to the rest of the shit. Yeah.
Yeah, she wasn't. Was she making puns? I don't think she. If she did, she didn't make nearly as many.
She did make a few.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Bane was there to make grunt noises. Some people are speculating that maybe ScarJo is just playing like a Vicky Vale, like a reporter. Like maybe she's doing some investigative journaling, and maybe she stumbles upon like the next kind of big, crime mob or whatever. Maybe Matt Reeves is going with the Court of Owls, and Vicky is the one who kind of stumbles upon like the owl secrets.
I'll be honest with you, and this will get us some hate, so we're gonna get some clicks on this one. Whenever I see any kind of news about the Batman 2, I just brush that shit right off. Because when's the shit gonna come out? Like, have they filmed a single scene for this thing? Have they actually started to film things?
I thought they have, but I could be wrong.
I mean, we are so far removed. What was the last? Was it
2021?
2?
Yep.
Yeah. So we're 3 years out, and we only have a trailer.
Yep.
Now, what do you think, man? Is there anything you're hoping to see her do?
I wouldn't be mad at like an original story on the Phantasm. The only issue is they can nail the emotional beats of the movie, but they can't nail that twist.
Right.
So that's the only reason why I will lean away from doing the Phantasm. It's just because we all know who that is.
Right.
But I would love to see Pattinson recreate the scene when Bruce is at his parents' graveside and he's crying, begging for their forgiveness, saying, "I didn't expect to be happy. Is it okay if I let the Batman go? I didn't expect this to happen."
Right.
I would love to kind of see this broken version of Bruce find that kind of a false love that he think is real, and only for it to only kind of be real,
Yeah.
That'd be fun. But no, in terms of the Batman 2, like there's been so many rumors, man, people throwing out Hush, but for the same reasons that the internet has stated, I do agree that maybe Hush wouldn't be the way to go, even though they definitely threw in some Easter eggs for that.
Yeah, especially in the first one.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So let me ask you this. It's been rumored also that Catwoman is not in this, that Zoe Kravitz is not in the movie. We already know that Colin Farrell is barely in it.
Yeah.
And also, what's her name is not in it. Falcone. What's her name?
Sophia Falcone.
Sophia Falcone is not in it, which I think is a huge misstep. I really do think it's a huge misstep. Her character was so well. Like her and the Penguin are both like some of the richest characters, if not the richest characters in that mythos now. Yeah. And I think to downsize Colin Farrell's role and to not have her in the movie, and then Zoe Kravitz was a lot of people's favorite thing about the first movie, and
then obviously there's no Carmine Falcone,
right?
Because he's dead. So
yeah, I mean, you basically just clearly fortunately, the cast you have left is Andy Serkis, Jeffrey Wright, and fucking Robert Pattinson.
Yeah.
You can hand them the movie and go, we'll carry this bitch for 2 hours. And they can. Any one of them can.
Yeah, so it seems like they're going to be beefing up this movie's cast with other people. I assume ScarJo in whatever role she's playing.
This is off the cuff, but did you know that there's There's an audiobook for Lord of the Rings where Andy Serkis does reads Lord of the Rings, and he voices all the characters. He does the different voice for every character.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That would cost so much money.
Well, it exists. This is a thing you can go out and buy and listen to.
Wow.
Yep.
I was allergic to that.
Yeah, I only know this because Brandon Sanderson is listening to it right now. He's been listening to it.
Like, does he does all the books, all the Lord of the Rings, or just Fellowship?
No, all three.
Oh my
Andy
gosh.
Serkis does the entirety of Lord of the Rings and he voices every character.
That is insane.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Fucking bonkers.
Wow.
I mean, clearly, like obviously, the Gollum parts were very easy for him. But
yeah. I mean, well, they were familiar. I don't know if they were still easy.
Nah, he can do that voice on a whim, bro.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. I don't even know how to follow up that.
Yeah. But yeah, anything else on the Batman 2?
No, that's all I have right now in the Batman 2. There'll be more when they drop a trailer in 18 months.
It's rumored we're going to get our first trailer for the Odyssey soon.
Ooh.
It's also rumored that we're going to be getting a Doomsday trailer in front of Avatar 3. I don't know how much stake I put in that. I know that I'm not going to go see Avatar 3 to watch that shit, so they better put it on YouTube.
I don't know if I buy that. I think, actually, if I'm James Cameron, I want people to believe that.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I don't buy that because we're still a year away.
Even if they put the whole thing, like even if they were to put the trailer in front of Avatar, it'd be for like a day. Mm-hmm. It'll be on YouTube in no time.
Absolutely. Yeah. Speaking of Avatar, there's been like a pretty lively discussion online. I can't even call it a debate because no one's really debating it that much, but it was about the objective fact that Avatar is a huge IP, but out of all of the huge IPs, it feels the most soulless.
It is, yeah.
Like it doesn't have. You look at any big IP, like I can say On Your Left, and you know where that's from. Mm-hmm. You know, you can say countless quotes from Star Wars. Yeah. Like there's just so many, like Lord of the Rings. There's things that you can just say, and it's part of the pop culture zeitgeist.
Yep.
But Avatar doesn't really have a whole lot of that, and we're about to be 3 movies deep now. So yeah, I just thought that was like interesting because yeah, Avatar. I mean, regardless of what you think about it, the shit makes money
because the Chinese market likes blue people. I mean, that's what it is, man. It's the Chinese market. I mean, they haven't been exposed to decades and decades and decades and stuff. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, visually, those films are really good. But I think I'm not going to say most. I'll say a large part of the American audience at this point in time has moved beyond just the visual spectacle because we're so overexposed to that now. Mm-hmm. It's like I can pull up Netflix and watch 5 movies that will be a visual spectacle.
Yeah.
That I've never seen before. And not to say that they don't also have access to do some of that. I'm just saying that it's been less time for them. You know, like we sat through E.T. You know what I mean? We went from E.T. to fucking Avatar 1 in IMAX 3D. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, when you take away the visual spectacle of those movies, which, you know, diminishing returns on that. The second movie doesn't really look better than the first one, and it took 10 years. You know what I mean? Incredible diminishing returns. The game sucks. The IP itself isn't really a thing. Like, the movie comes out, the movie itself spikes the box office, and that's it. You really don't see... Have you ever seen somebody just walking around in, like, an Avatar shirt? You know what I mean?
You can ask, like, a casual fan, a casual moviegoer, do you like Avatar? And they probably say, yeah. And then ask them, who's your favorite character?
The tall one. You know? Sigourney Weaver. And, like, unfortunately for you, it's a 10.
It's a 10 because Sigourney Weaver's in it. Yeah, fuck. That means the second one too, because she was in that one too. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, fuck. Yeah, it's a 10.
But for me, folks.
Oh, I fucked up then. Stranger Things season 5, part 1's a 10. No, she's not in that.
She's not in that.
Yeah, I mean,
That's Linda Hamilton.
Yeah, it's Linda Hamilton.
Wow, that don't even look. Is this like all white people look the same thing?
A little bit.
Okay, that's fair.
If they're from if they're from popular 70s and or 80s franchises.
I don't know who brought this up, but I think it was actually yesterday. Somebody was like talking about like Alien and Predator and something else, and it was like or actually somebody had like a big heavy like Gatling gun, and they were like, yeah, that's like Arnold from the Alien movies, and I was like, that's Predator, dog, and they were like, yeah, but he should have been in those, and I was like, yeah, okay, that's fair.
Yeah, but if I'm being honest, that might be Arnold from Commando.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, doesn't he have the big ass like 50 cal or whatever? In
he might when they're mowing down, I think the Vietcong.
Mm-hmm.
He might have that there. I feel very confident that he definitely had that in Commando.
He absolutely had it in Commando.
Yeah, I feel like if he had that 50 cal in Predator, the Predator might have been like, I'll just come back later.
I haven't seen that movie in a long ass time. Yeah. Have you seen the new Predator movie yet?
No, I haven't.
I haven't either.
Yeah, I want to though.
That shit's got to be on streaming soon.
I mean, it was just yeah. I was gonna say it was just in theaters like last week.
So yeah, I understand. Yeah. Speaking of the Odyssey, man, it's crazy. Like this is gonna be the first feature film completely filmed in 70mm IMAX.
It feels bizarre to me that comes out technically in like 7 months.
Yeah.
Like it's right around the corner.
It's gonna be insanely dominant, man. It's gonna just it's amazing to me now that Christopher Nolan, like we're finally at that level where Christopher Nolan, whatever he comes out with, is the event of that year. And I love that we're finally in this place.
But is Christopher Nolan tackling this like huge, famous, well-known story, and just seeing his creative take on this with this kind of cast that he has. I mean, the check writes itself damn near.
Possibly the oldest story. Yeah, I mean, the cast is bonkers, dude.
Yeah, who's playing Odysseus?
Matt Damon.
Oh, okay.
We got Matt Damon, Tom Holland, Robert Pattinson, Elliot Page, Zendaya, Mia Goth, Anne Hathaway, John Bernthal, Charlize Theron. I mean,
yeah,
like it just goes on and on and on. I mean,
and also like if you're an actor, for several reasons, you want to be in a Christopher Nolan movie.
Yeah,
one, because it's going to be perceived as being prestigious. 2, because it's probably going to make a shit ton of money if it's a Nolan movie. And 3, because if he likes you, he's going to bring you back.
Exactly. Yeah, and you got good chances of being Oscar nominated.
Yeah.
Have you seen that fucking back and forth with Robert Pattinson and Jennifer Lawrence?
No.
Where Robert Pattinson's like, is there like a director that you just, really want to work with or whatever? And she's like, yeah, but he's never asked me to be in anything. And he's like, oh, who? She's like, Christopher Nolan. And he's like, and he just like busts out laughing. And he's like, oh yeah, he's very exclusive. And she's like, tell him I said hi. You could tell that he didn't want to be like,
yeah, he don't want you.
Yeah, he doesn't want you. Sorry. Not that I think she's terrible. Like I think she was amazing in Passengers.
Okay. And I actually haven't seen Passengers with Chris Pratt.
Yeah. They're actually both tremendous in that. And I don't like Chris Pratt. And she was great in that. Obviously, like the go-to for her, I think, is probably Silver Linings Playbook. As far as,
yeah. She was good in that.
Things that like I even really enjoyed her in like the Hunger Games. She just also has some roles where she's terrible.
What was that R-rated Black Widow ripoff that they did?
Oh, I know the one
Red Sparrow?
Red Sparrow or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked terrible.
Yeah, I didn't see it, but I was like, man, this is weird.
Oh, I didn't see it either because like I don't hate myself. But it looked really awful, and it's like they made it just close enough to not get sued.
Yeah, And like, don't get me wrong. Yes, I know that movie came out before the Black Widow movie, but if you looked at a Marvel movie or read a comic book, it's clear like this is the Red Room.
Yeah, they literally just took her like scenes from Age of Ultron and just made it 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like there was some other Doomsday news, but at this point, we're either gonna get something when this new Avatar movie comes out, or we're gonna get something probably at the Super Bowl.
Now, you know, as of right now, Dune 3 and Doomsday are set to come out at the same time, I think.
Still?
Yeah, nobody's blinked yet.
Oh.
I wonder if Netflix buys Warner Brothers, if they're just like, fuck you, we don't care.
Oh. Oh, man.
I think if Warner Brothers were to stay independent, they move it. They blink.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, Disney's not going to. That's the beginning of the end if Disney... I mean, Disney's like...
Yeah.
You know,
they both would be vying for IMAX, right?
Yeah. And I assume Doomsday already has it.
Oh.
I would think. But that's another thing. Brand New Day is not going to have a single second in any IMAX theater anywhere.
Is that because of Odyssey?
Mm-hmm. Odyssey has it booked for its entire run. They have IMAX exclusivity for like, I think, 7 fucking weeks.
Oh my gosh.
And then whatever is right after that has it. So Brand New Day will not be in IMAX anywhere.
Man.
That's mind blowing.
That is.
Yeah.
Fucking Spider-Man, dog.
Apparently they are.
This time I was like, I don't care. I'm in both of them.
Yeah, he's like, I don't give a fuck. Yeah. Apparently though, they are doing a IMAX re-release of something, and it's supposed to have like a 6-minute prologue for the Odyssey.
Oh shit.
Yeah, hold on. This is definitely a thing that we want to bring up. The Odyssey prologue. Yeah. So it's a 6-minute prologue IMAX screening. So apparently they're doing IMAX re-releases for Sinners and One Battle After Another.
Oh damn.
And it's gonna play in front of either of those.
Well, you know, Sinners for me is incredible.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen One Battle After Another, but I've heard good things.
Are you a Paul Thomas Anderson fan?
You know, I know the name, but I don't really think I've seen many of his movies.
Let's see. Paul Thomas Anderson. There's at least one that I know you've definitely seen. But have you seen? I'm trying to see if there's like anything else on here that you seen Boogie Nights?
I actually haven't.
Okay.
I don't know how that snuck past me, but no, I haven't seen Boogie Nights.
Yeah, so I can't really think of anything else on here that you probably would have seen, but I know that the movie of his that you have seen is There Will Be Blood, right?
Oh,
You've
yeah.
seen that. That's it.
Oh, he made that. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Daniel Day-Lewis, fucking... Sheesh.
Okay, so since we're talking about There Will Be Blood,
Oh, boy.
have you seen the Tarantino shit?
Tarantino, Paul Dano...
Okay. All right.
The rap feud that we never know who we're going to get.
Okay. So, for those of you who haven't seen this and haven't heard about this, Tarantino went on some fucking podcast. Not this one, because we wouldn't have him on. But
let's not get crazy.
No, for real. You can come on. I'll calm down. Yeah, we just won't talk about like
feet.
You know what? Matter of fact, maybe I should just sit out on that one. Maybe we should have Oz.
It might be for the best.
Come on, Oz is a huge fan of.
Yeah, I'll get Oz or homie Kevin. You know, he likes a lot of Tarantino flicks too. So.
Yeah. Because with me, you're pretty much just like I'll come in and we can talk about Django for about an hour, and like Inglourious Bastards,
right?
And even some Kill Bill, you know.
Okay.
And then I'll leave, and then you guys can just talk about everything else. Yeah. I'll tag out with Oz, and then y'all can talk about the rest of his library.
Oh shit! Not even Pulp Fiction, huh? Okay.
I like Pulp Fiction. I just don't think it is as good as people think it is. Like, I think it's a good movie. I enjoy it. Really love it. I just think that there's people think it's here.
Yeah.
And I think it's about here.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, like there's people that think it's an 11, and I think it's like an 8.85.
Right.
And how dare I? But yeah, so Tarantino went on this fucking podcast, right? And he basically was talking about There Will Be Blood and like Daniel Day-Lewis's role, like performance in it. And he was like, yeah, I think that movie might be a 10 for me or whatever. He's like, but Paul Dano is in it and he's just fucking awful. And then he just fucking shits all over Paul Dano. Like goes on this tangent about how he's like the shittiest actor in Hollywood. He's a pussy, like all this other stuff.
It was the most out of nowhere, nonsensical rant.
Not prompted.
Yeah. Paul Dano was minding his own business.
And like, don't get me wrong, like, as someone who has gone on a nonsensical rant or two, even I was like, the fuck?
Right.
It'd be like if you asked me a question about like who should be in the next Batman movie, and like I just like picked like a random lesser known person who was in like the Batman one and just shit all over them. like whoever played like fucking Zoe Kravitz's like girlfriend or whatever that they killed. And was just like, she's the worst motherfucking actress in the history of Hollywood. That bitch got crooked teeth, like one of her ears is bigger than the other. Just like went off on a fucking tangent,
Yeah, out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
I mean, that's exactly what he did to Paul Dano, and I was wondering what fucking prompted this, because it's got to be more than this. I don't know if this is true or not, but I've also heard that that Tarantino wanted, it might have been the There Will Be Blood role. I don't know, but there was a role that Dano got that Tarantino actually wanted.
Like for himself?
Yeah. That's what I've heard.
What's crazy about There Will Be Blood is originally it was the two brothers weren't going to be twins.
Yeah.
And like a couple of days before filming, they were like, by the way, can you be both of them?
Yeah.
And Paul is the one that has the one that was the last second was the bigger role.
Yeah.
And he fucking killed that shit.
I know.
Like, honestly, he kills it pretty much in everything he's ever in.
Prisoners,
The Devil All the Time.
Yeah.
Fucking The Batman.
Yeah. I mean, goddamn, he just. Yeah, so I don't know what the fuck he was talking about, because I went through my Rolodex of like Paul Dano movies and I was like, he killed it there. No, he kills it.
I guarantee you, man, somebody probably like went up to Quentin Tarantino and was like, hey, dog, Paul Dano's here. You want to meet him? Tarantino was probably like, cool, fuck yeah. And like, somebody was like, came up to him and was like, hey, Paul, man, this is Quentin Tarantino. And he was probably like, didn't know who he was. You know what I mean? And Tarantino probably was just so offended.
Yeah. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. If you're in Hollywood, that is wild if you don't know who Quentin Tarantino is.
Yeah, that's true.
That is
maybe wild. He just like, no-sold him on purpose.
Maybe Paul Dano fucked his side bitch. And Quentin Tarantino, maybe he's married. He can't say that like on camera. Yeah. So he just shits on him. He can't let his wife know.
You've now started this crazy conspiracy theory. Holy
Paul
shit.
Paul Dano just out here slinging dick.
Yeah.
But he only does it to side pieces because he knows that like no one's gonna say anything.
Has Paul Dano responded? Because I saw where like fans poured out the woodwork. Like even people who are big Tarantino fans were like, "Hey dog, like you're goated, but you're way off the fucking rails on this one." I don't think I saw anybody be like, "Yeah, fuck Paul Dano."
No, except for Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah. That's his Bill Goldberg, like like from Bret Hart,
Except you understand why Brett says it.
Yeah, he'd be like, so Brett, it's a great day here in Calgary. What do you think about actually the weather that we have in this week? And Bret Hart would be like, well, it did rain yesterday, and anytime it rains here in Calgary, I usually blame Bill Goldberg because he's a piece of shit. I mean, like, what the fuck?
The more I think about it, there's kind of some similarities between Bret Hart and Quentin Tarantino. Like,
yes,
they both just reached that age where it's like you've done some great things in your career,
but shut the fuck up.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, they're both like they both think they're way fucking better than they are, right? They both, consistently show up, but they also both consistently over time got more and more self-indulgent.
Yeah.
And they both think that they're like the best to ever do it, and neither of them is.
Right.
Yeah.
Super critical of everyone else. Apparently, neither of them can let shit go. One of them, at least one of them, makes shit up about people.
and I guarantee you, no one will be upset with what I just said.
How can you? How can you? Man, that had me thinking about something else. I don't remember what it was.
Have you seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
That's what I was going to mention. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I have seen it, and I don't understand the hype around that one.
That is 2.5 hours of dog shit.
Bruh.
Like the scene where Brad Pitt burns the motherfuckers with the flamethrower at the end is amazing.
Yeah, but it's also a big what the fuck, and I know that's what Tarantino was going for, but what the fuck?
Yeah,
like I get it, right? Like you're changing history, cool, but the movie it's not about anything.
Put that shit on YouTube. Yeah, it's not about anything.
Like Once Upon a Time, you talk about like getting a bunch of downvotes and fucking negative comments. Here we go. Like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is like 2 hours of a bunch of SNL skits that don't have any jokes in them.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
That's just what it feels like. And I say this as someone who was typically a big Quentin Tarantino fan. Like, I like his style of filmmaking, and I like his style of building up scenes. I mean, my gosh, what he had with Christoph Waltz and Inglourious Basterds is fucking out of this world. I mean, you mentioned Django Unchained earlier. Fucking tremendous. Like, I mean, there's so many of his movies that I just really, really enjoy, and he's one of the directors who can really chew the fat on a scene and get away with it. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is, I can't even call it all sizzle, no steak. It's just boiled.
Yeah.
I mean, so, and it's I get it, right? Like, you got Brad Pitt and Leo in this movie, and they're both doing their damnedest to make it work. It's not on them. I think they both do good with what they have, but the movie just ain't about shit, bro. Like, it doesn't really go anywhere, and
it shits on Bruce Lee.
It shits on Bruce Lee bad. And I actually listened to the Rogan podcast that had Tarantino on there. This is, I guess, from like a year or two ago. And they bring that up, about him shitting on the legacy of Bruce Lee, and I think it was it his daughter?
Yep.
Who really had a problem with that, and Quentin Tarantino didn't offer up any kind of apology or anything like that. He's like, yeah, man, I just thought it's something cool to do because Bruce Lee, like people don't really know what kind of guy he was like, and so like when they did in the movie, I thought it was good.
Dude. He's just, if you listen to him talk for more than like 30 seconds, you're just like, this is a very strange fucking individual.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it's just like, this is not a put together human being.
No. One of the funniest things I've ever heard about Tarantino, I don't know if this is true, but I pray that it is apparently back in the day, before they started shooting From Dusk Till Dawn, he goes up to George Clooney and he apparently legitimately said, yeah, man, so we're going to be brothers in this, which I think is perfect because people said that we look alike. I can only imagine what George Clooney's response was to that.
Yeah, man. Like, yeah, that's like how like me and you look alike, and so we should play brothers in a
absolutely, yeah,
in a superhero homies movie.
Yeah, they'll totally buy it.
Yeah, it's called Two Brothers.
It's called Two Brothers.
Oh, what else we got, man?
Dog, I don't got nothing else. We have gone off the deep end a long time ago.
It's been a real long time ago. A real long time ago. Back in 94. Yeah, man, I think there's a lot of stuff coming up. Obviously, we're going to have tons of news coming out of the VGAs tomorrow.
Yep. And the Supergirl trailer.
I got to wonder, man, if maybe we shouldn't do like a special, VGAs episode.
Ooh.
If we got time over the next couple of days or whatever.
You know what? I mean, fuck it. If we got time, I said, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do it. And then next week, we have our 2025 review. Year in review. We're going to have the homie Kay and the homie Lauren to join us as we have made it a tradition now the last few years.
Yeah.
For us to do our year in review, our recap of 2025. We're going to talk about all the movies, the video games, the TV shows, the books that really were highlights for us for 2025.
You know, we've been doing this consistently now, long enough now that maybe we should break open the piggy bank and call the guy to see if he can do like some kind of promo for this.
Yeah, maybe so.
Yeah, maybe so.
But we put it all on that one check.
Yeah.
We get a BOGO.
Right. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Maybe he got a Black Friday sale going.
Oh, that'd be dope. Yeah.
Still, yeah. It's a little late, but it's Christmas time.
Yeah, I mean,
getting your holiday spirit.
Yeah, consumerism. Everyone's still running sales.
Yeah, that's it.
It's fine. But that's going to be all for this one, homies. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this comic news. This has been a really fun one here. We had some fun shit to talk about, and then we threw in some random Quentin Tarantino nonsense.
That's news, man. It was making the rounds.
It is news, and that is true. Yeah. But that's going to be all for this one. Like we just mentioned, we will be back again very soon, maybe even sooner than you guys expected. But until next time, my name is Superhero Homie Q.
I'm Superhero Homie Caleb.